of a garden requires as much judgment as the seasoning of a soup. This is 270 degrees and it's the 31st day in October 2013 that tells you that we are gradually saying goodbye to October and welcoming November. So, Preet Basi?
Yeah, I would suggest you concentrate on making sure the soup is better than the garden because
the garden makes the soup.
Anyways, guys, this is 270 degrees. My name is Preet Basi. Today is going to be exciting, especially when we are going to be talking to Abuja-based Egypt model and also some other interesting personalities that will be coming up on our Fashion Corner.
Fashion takes us to see the CEO, Mr. Balogun himself, who will be taking us through his designs, and we'll be blessed he did.
And then Top of the Pops is taking us to the top of the mountain. We're going to be counting down with one of our presenters on our Top of the Pop segment. MyTV
World News is how we're wrapping up this episode with able and beautiful Afro-Kano. Her pretty face will grace your very interesting TV sets. Please don't go anywhere. Stay with us.
I am delighted to welcome you back to the best show on television. Now it's time for us to go straight into the business of the day. Let's have a sit-down moment with Abuja-based model. And this guy has come from nowhere to somewhere that he can be proud to talk about. Now, Afro-Kano was there.
All right, welcome back from our up close and personal segment where we've been having that exclusive with the Abuja Best Made Model 2012-2013, Mr. Kene Kwame. He sounds Ghanaian, I know. Okay, let's tell you that now. Fashion Corner brings to you the CEO of Auxtinlarry Collections. He's Mr. Lanre Balogun. It's a school, like an academy that does fashion. So we're going to be taking you to each of the various compartments and segments in this fashion school. Come with me.
Come with me. I can give you anything.
I've been there. All I want is you.
But it's just one more tour, then I'll be back.
But I won't. I can't.
My name is Omosimo Moses. I'm the brand manager for Auxtinlarry Creative Company. And mine is to tell you the different kind of packages that Auxtinlarry has. Auxtinlarry is a brand, it's a fashion brand that is concerned with accessories, fashion accessories. And we also do a lot of training. We have different type of tailored programs in our training, and it's also a e-learning based company. We have different kind of softwares and packages for fashion designs.
Please, can you tell us your name, background, and what you do?
Yeah, my name is Lanre Balogun, and I'm the CEO of Auxtinlarry Fashion School. I hail from Abeokuta in Ogun State, and I'm into fashion design and creative design, computer-based aspect of fashion design. We have some softwares that we use to do pattern drafting and clothing construction. I study art and crafts, and I graduated with a diploma in a fashion school in Lagos too.
How did you get the burning inspiration to invest in fashion?
Yeah, I had that inspiration right from school because I do arts and crafts too, and I've really loved this creativity aspect of fashion designing. Not just the sewing aspect, but the craft aspect of fashion designing. So I developed that interest in it, and that was what has been keeping me on all this while.
Was this desire born or birth when you were still a young man? When you were growing up?
Yeah, I would say that. It's a desired bond, desired thing to do.
How long did it take you to come together with the finances after all the hurdles and challenges to establish this school?
It's been hard. It's been hard because I started with a very low capital and like 5 years. But the school has been on since 1999. That was when I established the school. But to really put it on the limelight, to have it to be like a full fashion house, to have branches in different states of the country. So that was like 5 years ago.
Auxtinlarry, brand manager, fashion school, has been in existence for a while, right?
Yes.
And how do you recruit students?
Our recruiting is very easy. In our Lagos branch, we go on air like this and tell them we have different timings of the year. We recruit almost every time because we have different packages. We have a package for the executives that run their program by weekends, Saturdays and Sundays precisely, and they can come in anytime and pick up our forms. And we also have the full-time students. I like to say that we have the 6-month program and we have the 1-year program. We also have the 3-month program. Auxtinlarry has really packaged, the recruitment process in such a way that it is tailored to make, learning easy. You can come in at any point in time. So we don't have specifically months or things, but we have weekend programs for executives. We have full-time program, 3 months full-time program, 6 months full-time program, and 1 year full-time program.
Thank you very much. Yeah. What do you teach these students and why?
Yes, we teach a lot of things. Now, I like to say at this point that fashion has really gone ethnical. What I mean is that if you go to Ghana, they are identified with their kente. It's easy to identify people with where they come from. I would like to say also at this point that the world is really looking towards Africa. We have, what it takes, to showcase in design. What we do in Auxtinlarry is things like this. If you look at this, this is done out of wax prints, what you call Ankara. Ankara is in vogue and so many other things. And our fashion conscious ladies want to be unique any day. So if you have something like this and a bag, it stands you out in the crowd. So what we really do is we want to give people something special that can make them really stand out in the crowd. I want to also say we don't only have shoes and bags like this. We make earrings, we make bangles and watch stripes and so many things like this. So it could just be 1 in a million. That is what we really do if you want something unique.
Do you teach the students yourself?
Yeah, I teach them the computer aspect
of the whole
fashion designing. Yes,
design.
We have 2 aspects of this fashion designing. There's fashion design and there's creative design. The creativity aspect is the bag making, the shoe making, bangles, earrings, bracelet, and all that. Then the fashion designing aspect, there's cut and sew. That's strictly cut and sew, how to cut and sew. But the computer aspect, we teach with some softwares that it's not common in Nigeria. That software will teach you how to do the pattern. That's the cutting. Direct you on the areas that you cut. You see how the design will really look on the computer before cutting it. So it's like you are presenting to your clients. You are showing them what the style will look like before you make the clothes. They are looking at the preview. It's like if they come with the fabric now, you have a sketch of the style they want to do on the system, and you have them some fabric to clothe a model, showing them how the clothes will be on them on the system before cutting it. So it's a computerized aspect of the design, the cutting aspect that you display down on the screen. Your client see it and say, okay, this is the style, this is what I want before cutting it. That would not give the client and you being a tailor to have a problem that this is not the style I want. You are really seeing it on the system before sewing it.
what are the fundamentals in making a shoe, making a handbag, and making those other accessories?
Okay, the fundamental aspect that you really need is, the major thing is your interest. The interest must be there. Anybody, whether you are a secondary school certificate holder or a primary school holder, or you are a graduate, you can come into it. What you really need is the interest. If you have the interest, if you are passionate, let me use that word, if you are passionate about it, then we can show you what to do. And I want to add here that in the academic aspect of Auxtinlarry, what we do is practical training. It's not like the theoretical aspect. And so if you come in for 3 months, we have some executive programs for just 1 month. And it's amazing. We have students that can testify because it's a practical thing. It's an on-hand thing. You are working, you are seeing the materials we are cutting, and we are working together. It's not all about maybe giving you notes and all those kind of things. Okay. And I dare to say that most of the things you see here, like these ones, were made by students. These were made by our students in our training sections. What you see here are made by students. These are all student works.
Okay. Like, for example, that course you're holding.
Yes.
What are the processes in trying to get this final
done? The process is very simple. All you need is just to get a material, any African branded material, and not necessarily to be Ankara. It can be Ashoke, it can be Kente, George, any materials at all. So when you have that materials, the next thing is just to do the pattern, because everything involves patterns. Because if you make this for a client now, and that client still needs the same thing, like 100, so it's that pattern that you go back to be able to make same thing. So when you have this now, you have the material, then you have some other things that we call lining. That one's for the finishing, for the inside. By the time you buy all this, just like cutting the clothes, you cut this on the fabric, you cut the same thing on the lining for the finishing. Then you now buy the accessory. This is the accessory, the clip here and this chain here. So putting all these things together, by the time you cut it, it involves machines because you use machines to make all these things too. So after cutting it, you sew it. Then you can now do your beading, either with your hands or with other things.
I must add here, when you hear machines in this case,
yes,
I dare to tell you that with just a straight sewing machine,
yes,
not
yes,
even sophisticated machine, the machine that any tailor can use, that is all you need to begin. Just a sewing machine, a small hammer to tap,
and a plier,
some glue, a plier, and some maybe needle to make stitches. And so it is not very capital intensive, yes, to begin with.
What does fashion mean to you?
To me, fashion means an acceptable norm by a group of people in a particular area and at a particular time.
Mr. Larry, what does fashion mean to you?
Fashion is life. Yeah, let me just put it that way. Because, you know, fashion, it's just like, it's just life. Because without fashion, there will be nothing. Because we can't walk in the streets naked. There's nothing we can do without fashion. And from a very first day, God created the Adam and Eve and they clothed themselves. So it's right from the beginning. So fashion is just life.
Okay. How many students have graduated from Auxtinlarry, and how many are doing very well in whatever they're doing at the moment?
We have graduated so many even fashion designers in the market that believe that they just want to be unique. They want to have their own niche market. They want to produce and have accessories that will blend with the garments. And we have people coming in like that. And here in Abuja, it will amaze you. Just started recently. The response is beautiful. It's amazing.
Okay, what platforms do you use to actually win the market of students that are trying calling?
We use beautiful platforms like your own media. We go on air, radio too. Then we also use the print media. That's what we do. But above all, most of our students come through referrals. People that we have trained that are doing well in the market and that want also to be trained. They try to locate our address. Then we also have websites that you can check. He will give you the websites that you can
That's
check.
www.auxtinlarryfashionschool.com.
www.auxtinlarryfashionschool.com.
Okay.
Yeah.
Auxtinlarry with the X, not S.
So if they're trying to call you, so where can they call?
Yeah, the number is 003 224 2000 and 005 224 2000.
Okay.
And we are on Facebook too. We are Auxtinlarry Fashion School on Facebook.
What does the future hold for Auxtinlarry?
Auxtinlarry is the thing to look out for now. If fashion is life and we must continue to live, then Auxtinlarry is what to look out for. If you want to stand out in any event, if you want to make an ashobi for your marriage, your wedding ceremonies, your anniversaries, please, and you want to stand out, you need the ovation, then Auxtinlarry is where to look forward to. And if you need training, practical training, then Auxtinlarry is the place to come.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Welcome back from that amazing segment. Going through fashion school is one of the things that we are encouraging here in Africa, especially when we are beginning to bring some amazing designers in the industry.
Great.
World-recognized designers. All right, Auxtinlarry, we thank you for what you're doing. Keep doing more of that. Now let's take you to Top of the Pops while we take a look at what we have for you from the number 5 to the number 1. Let's do that together.